Today we're going to do a Yoga and Pilates flow. I'm Joy and this is Move with Joy Studio. You can come out and join me for Yoga and Pilates every Thursday at 6 at the studio and every Saturday at 10:15 a.m. But for now, let's go get started and see what just a shortened about 20-30 minutes of Yoga and Pilates blend can feel so great for your body. We're going to be opening, stretching, breathing, and strengthening. So let's get started. Let's stand with our feet parallel. We're going to roll the shoulders back, palms open, and just stand for a moment in our mountain pose. Just take about 3 deep breaths, just starting to bring some energy to the body. Breathe in and exhale. And again, we'll breathe in, exhale. One more breath in, filling the rib cage, filling the lungs, and then as we exhale, let's sweep the arms high, take our left hand, grab the right wrist. We're going to give a big pull up and over to the side, and just lengthen out. Feel that stretch from the hip all the way through the shoulder. Breathe in, and exhale, come back up. Let's go to the other side. Taking our right hand to pull the left arm up and over, lengthening from the hip all the way through the rib cage, through the shoulder. Breathe in, and then we'll exhale, come back center. Now we're going to take our hands to our lower back and kind of turn to the side to show here. The fingertips are up the back, heels of the hands are pushing into the lower back. Just going to start to push the hips forward, so you can keep your gaze forward as I'm showing here, or you can allow your upper body to roll back as well. Big breath in, just feeling that stretch to the front of the hips. Inhale. Exhale, rolling ourselves back up, using those hands to support. Let's take the hands behind the back. Now, cross the chest forward, hinge from the hips, and start to lean forward over the legs. As we're here, just drawing the arms down, let's take a bend in the knees, breathe in, and then exhale, re-stretch and straighten the legs. Let's take about 2 more. Bend, breathe in. Re-stretch, re-strengthen. One more time, bend, breathe in. Exhale, re-stretch, re-straighten. And then let's take our left hand to our right foot or ankle. Raise our right arm up. Breathe in. Exhale, good. Let's switch sides. Remember, your hand can hold anywhere on your leg, whether that's your foot, your ankle, or up by the knee. Just stretch and twist here. Breathe in. Let's exhale, do that one more time each way. Just really waking up the spine. Maybe even circling the wrists here up at the top. So as we get down on the mat, we feel ready to use our hands on the floor. Let's do it the other way. Circle that wrist. Reverse. Good. And then as we come back center, let's sit our hips back. Sweep our arms up into our chair pose. So our hips are back. We're going to float our elbows back. Float our heels up. And then we're going to lower our heels down. And sweep our arms up. Do 3 more. Breathe in, pulling our belly button back towards our spine. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, floating the arms up. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale, arms float up, heels float up. Great job. Bring the palms in front of the heart. Let's lower the heels and take a twist. So left elbow outside of right and gaze over that shoulder. Maybe again, open the arms if you wish. Good, and palms back together. Let's switch sides. Elbow outside the knee. Maybe open the arms. Good, or maybe just bring the hand outside the knee, whatever feels good today. Palms back together. Let's come center, sweep all the way back up. Breathe in. And exhale, bring the palms in front of the heart. Let's step up to the front of our mat. Put our mat space behind us. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge from our hips and float over the legs. Let's lift our gaze, bend the knees, take our hands around our feet, and we're just going to lunge just our right leg back. Be really mindful of that leg. We're going to try to bring some stability through the front foot, so grounding that left foot, and through the back toes, grounding those toes. Let's rise our arms up and try stacking our shoulders over hips, and just hold here in this high lunge, just feeling shoulders over hips. Breathe in. Exhale, good. Reaching the arms out, let's take our hands down and step back into a plank position. Just holding our body nice and strong, feeling that alignment from shoulders through the hips. And then see if we can just lunge our right foot forward up between the hands. Just take a moment, feeling strong through our center. Lift our hands down, step back into your plank. And then from here, let's do a little rock of our feet forward and back. So your heels shift back, heels shift forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, shift 4, 3, 2, good. On 1, heels forward, let's bend our elbows, lower our chest, and just take a moment to curl up a little bit through the chest, maybe part way, or maybe we press up a little higher. Really listening to your body. If you feel okay going higher, feel free. Look over one shoulder, look over the other shoulder, just starting to mobilize through that upper back, twisting through the shoulders a little bit. Then we'll feel free here to walk our feet closer together, roll a little bit to our right hip, roll back over the front of that thigh, and then roll over the left hip. Just start to let your front of the thighs and those side muscles that connect your hips and your obliques together, just start to wake up and open up. And take a few moments, feel free to pause at any spaces that feel good to pause, and then we'll round back and take our child's pose for a moment. We're just going to be here for about 3 deep breaths. Good. Let's come back up to our hands and knees. Let's take a moment and find some cat-cows. Head and tailbone down. Feel free to even shift the hips a little bit here. And then release, head and tailbone up. Just moving through the spine, head and tailbone down. Head and tailbone up. Let's do about 2 more. Up and down, release. One more time. Arching up, breathe in. Exhale, release. Very good. Let's find a flat back now. We're going to extend our right leg straight. Point through the toe and lift that leg up. It's okay if you can go only hip height, but if you're able to go a little higher, see if you can. We're going to try circling down up to that hip height and then back down just hip height. So essentially what our goal is here is to kind of push up a little bit into the back space, trying not to just feel like we're only dropping that leg, because we want to open up the front of that hip as well as squeeze into our glute and into our hamstring. Let's reverse that circle. 8, 7, 6, breathing in, exhaling here. 5, slow control movement. 4, 3, 2. Now on 1, we're going to take our tiger tail. So we're going to look at our foot as it comes over to the right. Then we're going to turn our head over to the left and look at the foot as it goes left. Try to keep your arms just nice and supportive for you. This creates a little more openness and mobility into the right hip. And if you have any tightness there, you might be feeling a little restricted in your movement, but just take it as far each way as you feel okay going. Try to keep that leg at least hip height if possible. One more time, going to the right. Then as we go left, let's pause with the leg left. We're going to cross it as far as we can, tuck the toes. And then we're going to gaze over at that foot. Then take a moment and just take a big breath in, kind of into the front of this hip here. Breathe out again, breathe in. Breathe out, your toes are just tucked to the floor. One more breath in. Good, then exhale, tuck that right knee up against the left. The legs are crossed, and they're going to show from the front. They look like this. And we're just going to sit back. Just sit back over those legs. And don't worry if you don't sit all the way back. Sometimes when people sit back, it might look more like this. Just go back as far as you feel okay going. Notice what's happening in your lower back and in your glutes. If it feels a little tight, that's okay. Breathe into it. Back off if it feels too intense. Just try to allow some space to open here through that lower back, through the hips. All right, very good. We're going to come back up to our hands. Set our left knee down and press our right leg back one more time. This time we're going to turn our right hip so that it's stacked over top of the left, and we're going to raise up our right arm. We're just going to turn our right knee forward, making sure it's parallel, and start pulsing up that thigh for 8, 7, 6, 5, breathing 4, 3, 2, now on 1, stay here. Or you can grab that foot, take a little bind if you want that challenge. Or you can even take this into a full side plank by lowering the right leg and maybe tucking the left leg under. So see what variation feels good for you. With yoga, there's always going to be different ways of doing things, and same with Pilates. Lots of ways to make something harder or a little easier if we need that in the moment. Let's take one more breath, and then let's exhale, face our mat into plank position. Let's go through a little vinyasa flow through chaturanga, cobra, upward dog. Let's go back up through downward dog. Walk our feet up. Just tread the heels. Feeling that stretch through the back of the legs. And then we're going to get ready for the second side. So we're going to come into a little bear position. We're going to start to bend our knees and let them hover just above the floor, just an inch or two. If you feel like your wrists are out far in front of you, walk those wrists right under the shoulders. Let's just hold here for 8, 7, just hovering the knees, 6, 5, building some strength around those kneecaps, 4, 3, you might feel those quads, keep breathing into it, 2, and 1, gently release the knees, great job. Starting our cat-cows again, just head and tail bone down, and release head and tail bone up. Before we get into that leg on the left side, let's take a little puppy pose to release our upper back. We've been supporting, the shoulders have been supporting us for a while, so hands a little in front of the shoulders. Let's melt the chest down. So we're just breathing and opening up the front of the body here a little bit. Take some deep breaths into the rib cage. Widen through the lungs. Exhale, release. Feel free to even bend the elbows and bring the palms to the top of the head if you wish. Maybe one more big breath here. Good, and then when we're ready, let's roll back up to hands and knees. Take one last cat-cow, just recentering. And then find our flat back, and now we're going to send our left leg straight back. Toe is pointed, leg is lengthened. We're going to start at hip height and try to push up a little bit higher and then circle down just to hip height. Great job, feeling that glute engage, feeling the front of that left hip open. We're going 8, 7, 6, breathing here, 5, 4, breathing 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Let's reverse. Circling 8, 7, breathing here, 6, 5, breathing 4, 3, breathing 2, and 1. Great job. I'm going to keep that leg hip height. Sweep it out to the left. Turn our spine into a little curve to the side as we look at that foot to the left. And then we're going to sweep that foot over to the right and turn our head and look at that foot. And it can be a little hard here to keep the leg about hip height, especially when we go to the opposite side. But doing our best to just try to keep that leg pretty lifted so we can open and build some strength, opening up through the front of that left hip, through that side waist, as well as building some strength to support through the hips. One more here. Let's reach over to the right. Tuck the toe, gaze at the foot, and feel that really deep opening through the front of the left hip. Take about 2 more breaths. Big breath in. And let's exhale. Tuck that left knee up against the right and just sit back again. Just release here. Circle out the wrists if they're tired. Take a moment and just breathe here. From here, we're going to come back up to our hands. Right knee is down, and we're going to extend left leg back, and then turn left hip to stack over right. And then we're going to raise up the left arm. So we're just balancing on our right hand and knee. If you can, let's pop up here at 8, turning that left knee forward, staying parallel. 6, 5, breathing 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe we just hold here. If we want to hold it behind, we can maybe grab that foot and open. Or if we want to take a full side plank, we can lower that sure we're supporting ourselves and maybe pop up. So make sure wrist is right under the shoulder. You're doing that full side plank. One more big breath in. Exhale, stay center again and go through that chaturanga flow down, crown up, breathing in. And exhaling again, just folding back. Taking a little child's pose here, just taking maybe 3 to 5 breaths. Good. From here, we're going to come down to our elbows, and our elbows are going to be right under our shoulders. And we're going to start to lift up our right knee, so it's kind of lifting higher than it would if we were on our hands and knees. We're able to push that knee open, turn, and drop it down. So we're circling. Try to take these nice big circles, waking up that hip joint. 3, good. And last one here, 4. Let's reverse that direction. So we'll start by opening side, turning the knee down as we slowly bring it back next to the other leg. Open and then turn the knee down. 2 more. Good, last one. Good, now from here we're going to do a fun little challenge. We're going to keep our leg kind of tucked in and extend our arms and legs together and then slowly melt the elbows down as the knee comes in. So the elbows pull away from the floor, the leg extends back. Then we soften the elbows and the knee back down. So if you're doing this here, notice if you have one arm that elbow likes to come down first. Let's try to even that out and make sure everything's moving in together. Let's do 2 more. Lifting out and slowly down. 1 more time. Lifting out, good. Slowly down, and then we'll bring right knee down. We'll take a little step back. And that child's pose, take a breather, and we'll be getting that left side. So just take a moment. All right, from here we're going to come back to our elbows. Knees are under the hips. We're going to do the left side. So left knee is going to press up first. We're going to turn that knee open and drop it down. And left knee lifts up. We're going to turn it open and drop it down, keeping ourselves nice and supported on those elbows. Trying to really get the biggest range of motion through that hip socket that we can. Last one this direction. Now let's reverse. So let's open the knee, turn and drop the knee next to the right. Open side and turn and drop that knee down. And again, side, turn, drop the knee down. 2 more. Side, turn, drop the knee down. 1 more time. Side, turn, drop the knee down. Now we breathe in. Exhale, extend the elbows, extend that leg. Slowly melt everything down. Checking in that the elbows are able to come down all together. Breathe in, exhale up, slowly melting down. 3 more times, up, slowly melting down. 2 up, slowly melting down. Last one, lifting up and out, and slowly down. We'll set those knees together. Set our hips back again. Just take a moment here, breathing. Just noticing how you're feeling after all of that. Maybe take a moment and walk the hands to the left. Use your left hand to give that right wrist a pull. And if you're choosing to, you can roll into a thread the needle by keeping your right shoulder on the floor, rolling the hips up and extending the left arm overhead. You might even choose to tuck the left one, or if you'd like to stretch through the shoulder blades, feel free to move into this. Good, slowly coming down. Let's sit our hips back and then just walk the hands a bit over to the right. With the right hand, give that left wrist a pull. Again, maybe just let the head fall to the side. Or you can keep the left shoulder down, roll the hips up, and take right arm overhead, and maybe even tuck right leg back. So feel free to find this here as well if you like. Breathing in and out. Very good, okay. Let's slowly soften back in. And now we're going to walk our hands each one step out in front of our shoulders. Shift our hips forward so there's a diagonal line, shoulder hip to knee. And if you like, you can even point your toes up like this. Otherwise, just keep those shins down. We're going to be doing 1, exhale up, 2, down, exhale up, 3, down, exhale up, and then going back into a child's pose. You can stay with that pattern. We're going to be doing 4 of these. Okay, take a moment and breathe. We're going to also have an option to do the same thing, but with, we'll have an option to do the same thing, but we will be on our toes. So I'm going to show that one time. We can shoot out. 1, 2, 3, and then crunch back like this, okay? So either from your knees, staying on your knees and doing 3, 2, and 3, and then sending back to child's pose, or with the toes tucked. Here we go. 3 sets. Breathe in. Exhale, shooting out, whether that's a half or full plank. Let's go down up for 1, and 2, and 3. And let's take a little stretch back, breathe. And again, here we go. 1, and 2, and 3. Good. Take a little stretch back. One more time. Here we go. And 1, and 2, and then on 3, finally, stretch back. And wherever you're at, if you can, move into downward dog. Take a moment, walk those feet out. Let's take our right leg up, breathe in, and we're going to take our right knee over to left elbow, then right elbow, and then we're going to send it back. So we're building a little more heat in the body now. 1, 2, send that leg back. Just 2 more on this leg. 1, 2, send the leg back. Last one. 1, 2, send the leg back, and then we'll take the knee forward into pigeon. So finding that pigeon pose, circling the wrist out, opening the chest, and exhaling over that leg. Take about 3 to 5 breaths here. Just release that hip. Let any tension go here. Great job. Let's come back to our hands. Tuck that left toe under, go through plank again. One more vinyasa flow, chaturanga, cobra, upward dog, and then let's go through downward dog. Walk the feet out. We'll get ready for that second side. So left leg raises this time. Breathe in. Feel that stretch through your right leg, and then we'll sweep forward through plank. Left knee goes right elbow, left elbow, and we'll send it back and forward. And we'll go right elbow, left elbow, send it back. Again, right elbow, left elbow, send it back. One more time. 1, 2, send it back, hold, breathe. And then let's sweep left knee up, release, open through the chest. And we'll exhale. Come over this leg, just relax. Take about 3 to 5 breaths here. Great job. Okay, as we come up now, we're going to bring our back foot around. We're almost done, but we are going to do a few more exercises. Let's have our feet out in front of us and start to push knees to one side. Come through center, knees the other way. Make sure there's no tension or tightness in the hips. And then we're going to start with our feet out in front of us, fingers facing our toes. We're going to roll the hips up in line with the shoulders. Maybe even feel a stretch through the front of the shoulders and maybe even let the head drop back. Just feel that stretch, breathing in and out. Great job. One more big breath. As you feel ready, let's try doing some tricep dips here. So just a little bit of upper body strengthening today. If this becomes too heavy, sit down and just bend and straighten from there. But if you're able to continue, 5 more, 4, 3, 2. Now add 1, a little bit of a challenge. Raise your right leg. If you feel up for it, tap with your left hand, set it down. Raise your left leg. Tap with your right hand, set it down. So if you can continue alternating with the taps, go for it. If that becomes a bit challenging, just do the alternating legs. That's a great place to start. We're trying to build that strength on each side. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Great job. Push up higher one more time. Breathe in. Exhale, take a seat. Good job. Let's set our feet together. Send our wrists out in front of us and just circle. Let go of tension there and reverse. And let the back of our hands gently rest on the mat. And then turn your fingers toward you. Let the heels of the hands press forward. You can slide that out as far as you like. Just stretching the wrists, fingers back facing towards you. And then from here, take your time. Find your sit bones. Sit nice and tall. Find this butterfly position. Breathe in and exhale. Let your chest fold forward whenever you're ready. Take about 3 to 5 breaths here in this forward fold. Very good. Okay. One more big breath in. Let's exhale, come up. We're going to hug our knees in. Just give our knees a bit of a squeeze. Tuck our forehead down. And just feel that stretch through the shoulder blades. Maybe we can balance on our sit bones. See if you can just kind of rock off your feet. If you feel more comfortable holding the back of the legs, you can do that. You can also take right hand, grab left ankle, and left hand, grab right ankle. So push up to the front, so a little crisscross grip like this. Otherwise, just hold the back of your thighs. We're going to try our rolling like a ball. So this is a Pilates exercise. We're tucking our chin. We're going to round our spine as much as we can. Really keep your chin tucked in. Take a gentle roll back and up. And if that's not something you're comfortable with today, again, you can just continue rounding back and rolling up through your spine with your feet still down. So definitely feel free to try that if you prefer. But let's go 4 and balance if we can here. 3, breathe in. Exhale up. 2, breathe in. Exhale up. Good. Last one. And breathing in. Exhale up. Good. Now for more apparat, open the knees. Toes are down, chest is open. Let's raise one leg out. Flex and point that foot, set it down. Other leg out, flex and point that foot, set it down. Let's take both legs out. Flex, point, set them down. Reach the arms out. Let's try that again. One leg out. Flex, point, set it down. Other leg. Flex, point, set it down. Both legs out. Flex, point. Can we stay up? And maybe hold our ankles. Maybe hold our feet. And maybe balance in our sit bone and find this V-sit, okay? So don't worry if your legs aren't completely straight here, if they're bent or if you're holding the back of the thighs. The idea is just to expand the legs out a little bit more. And I'm going to challenge us to try what we call an open rocker. And if you're already falling back a few times, that's okay, because that's what we're going to do here. We're going to purposefully round, tuck our chin and roll, come back up, and find that V-sit. Okay, so we round our spine, we roll, and you can do this with bent knees, straight legs again. You don't have to be holding the feet. Take this where you feel you can do it. It's kind of fun, so it's okay to laugh a little here, have a little fun with it. We're going to do one more, rocking back and rocking up and finding our tall feet. Good. Let's close open the legs. 5 and 4. You're doing great. 3 and 2. Great job. And 1. Lower the legs, reach up. And let's just stretch over the legs. Take a big forward fold. All right, rolling up to sit. Let's flex our hands. We're going to do our twist like this. 1, 2, breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. One more each way. Good. Last time. Good. And then as we come in, let's hug one knee in. Take a gentle twist away from that leg. Breathe in. And I know we've been on the wrist a lot today. We're going to do one more exercise just because we need to get a little strength building for our back that will be on our wrist. If this bothers you for any reason, drop to your left elbow and you can start here and push up and strengthen the back side from that elbow. Otherwise, from your hand, we're going to now take left hand back, push through right foot, and left hand and rise up. Almost like we're doing a little bit of the back bend. We're building strength on the back side of our body. Breathe in. And then let's exhale, melt down. Good job. Let's switch legs now. Right arm up, twisting against left knee. Let's gaze over our back shoulder. Twist that out. Good. Again, as we align, maybe we drop to elbow and just press up here. Or you can take your hand down and press up higher. Let's go up. So we have right hand on the floor. Right foot a little further back and the left leg extended. One more big breath in. And we're going to exhale, come down. Very good. Now from here, let's come down to our elbows. I'm still going to keep this left knee bent. We're going to push our chest forward, okay? So if you feel like you're falling back like this, press that chest forward. We're going to lift up our right leg and just begin to pulse the right thigh into the left. This is waking up our inner thighs. So we're building some strength through that inner outer hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Set that foot down. Extend the other leg. Let's pulse in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Very good. Now on 1, let's go ahead. Point toe up to knee. Hug right knee in. We're going to switch single legs in. Single legs in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, chest is lifted, 3, 2, now on one, hands behind the head, let's twist it out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just hold a hollow body position. We're going to hold here 3 breaths, then fall into our Shavasana, and then we are done for today. So here we go.